in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create templates with pin generator. If you've never heard about pin generator, I have a full tutorial on that as well, where I show you all the features. But in this specific tutorial, we are only going to concentrate on templates. So you're going to learn how to create a template from scratch with your brand color, maybe with a specific font that you would love to use, your logo, things like that. And I'm also going to show you how to create a template that leads to something like a lead magnet that has a call to action, because maybe you want to grow your email list with a freebie, with a PDF that you're handing out, a checklist or something like that. So just grab your favorite beverage and let's go. We are now going to create templates. Templates are a great way to create a beautiful pin one time, like a template that you will use whenever you are in a hurry. And it's a template that can have your brand colors, it can have your style, and then you don't need to choose the templates that pin generator provides for you, but just create your own. So here on the top part, you see that it says templates, so we can click on that. And here you see, some of the standard templates that are already available in pin generator. I guess you can recognize some of them. Oh, actually, this one is one I created myself. Here at your templates, that's where you would see the ones you use on a regular basis. Then there are different categories: basic, for example, minimalist. And of course, if you like them, go ahead and use them. Like, I don't like it if Pinterest pins have a very small title, because things need to be visible. For example, if you see right now this one, it says your interesting title here, but it's not very bold. So let me go to Pinterest to show you some examples so you can see what I mean. Okay, what you can do is you can just scroll through the profiles of some Pinterest content creators and see what you like. So this one, for example, is Catherine Manning. She is a very successful YouTuber. And you can see that she works with templates. So she just has an image in the back that's like a milky color. And then she has large font. This one says 5 tips to improve the content on your blog. And on the bottom, you see her URL. She's not the only one doing this. A lot of people use this style. That's why I wanted to show you. Then another creator that has very, very beautiful designs is Shine Sheets. Okay, at the moment, she's not using that style, but this is what I want to show you. So there was a time she would use this style, like 2 very, very visible colors. And then the keywords, for example, would be in a different color. So this is something you can do. This is a good example. So she came up with a few templates. You can see this one is the same like this. And then this is also the same. She just goes ahead and changes the content and also the background. But so that's something you can do. You can think of your brand colors and use one font. You see this is the same font as here. So it doesn't have to be complicated, and you could create very, very aesthetically pleasing content. So let's go back, go to your templates, click add new template, and then you see that it's already giving you a custom size. This is the size that's popular on Pinterest. But of course, you can also play with the width and with the height. And then what I think is great is that Pin Generator is also giving you other social media measurements. So you can also create for your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, and so on. So that you don't need to have too many tools for your online business. So let's just click create, or actually, let us do an idea pin and create. Now you see we just have a very plain background, and here it says template name. So I'm going to say cat template because I'm going to add cat content. Then here it says text, and make sure your text is large. So at least 100. You don't want it to be too small. Let's say 150. And then the trick that Pin Generator uses is you can use the texted text, because you know later on you're going to use a URL. Pin Generator will drag the metadata from your page, and you want it to happen automatically on multiple pins. So that's why we're just going to use this. And then underneath, we're going to add our URL with the same trick with using the short URL. This can be smaller. We don't want this to be too big. Then I want this to have a nice image that covers the whole picture. Make sure it's clean. So I have to go up to upload image, upload new. Would be from my library, but no, actually we want to go to the library. So go to template builder, generate stock images, cat, choose a few. What I'm doing now is I want them to show up in the library. So I'm just choosing them. And now if I go to images, you can see that they're all visible. And now I will go back to the template builder, refresh my page, upload, and yes, it worked. This one is a cute one. Okay, so that means now on this template, the cat is visible, right? And I'm going to change the opacity. I don't want her to be so visible. And you can see the title and the URL are on top of the cat. That's what we want. Okay, very, very good. You can also change the font. So click on the text and then, so it's still looking at the image. I want the text. Text 2 is the short URL. Text 1 is what we started with. So this is what I want to change. Or I just want to show you. You can change the font and you can upload the font. And then if I wanted to change the short URL down here, I would go to text 2. Now it's showing that this is what we can edit. And then, for example, change the color and so on. We don't want that, so let's go back. Okay, what you can do, you can also add SVG, vector images. So there is, there's a short library in Pin Generator that you can choose from. You can also upload your own. You can generate some. Let's see how that works. So you could generate them in this app and then click download in PNG or in SVG form. You need SVG. But we're going back to the template builder And what we're going to do is we're going to choose from an SVG library, and you can see that there is a collection of vector images, and I would just search for cat and I could download this one. Then I go back to the template builder. I go to upload SVG, and this is what I can use. Until now, I don't know if there's the option to copy this and paste it multiple times. If you know how that works, please let me know in the comments below. But so far, I don't know how that works. So I'm just going to repeat the process and add this vector multiple times. This is how my template looks like now. I have my short URL, I have the title. I think that's what I need. Let's do one more thing. So you see, these are all the custom vectors, the image, the text, and text one. Text one is the title. Just going to make it a little bit larger and save the template. I think it was already saved automatically, but I will save it again. Then go back to generate. We need to enter an URL. I do not have a URL with cat content, so I just went to Pixabay, which has copyright-free images and videos. So just for demonstration purposes, I am using this URL, and then I'm clicking generate pins. But before I do that, I will choose our template. So here in shared templates, I will unclick the ones that I usually use. So when they're red, they're clicked, but I don't want them. And I will choose the cat template. Done. Okay, wow. So this is how our template looks like. It's saying just a moment because it doesn't have the right text yet, and it's saying Pixabay. So you've learned this at the beginning of the tutorial. Go to bulk settings, set all titles. So how 3 great games your cat will love. Save and catlovers.com. So the good thing is that now the URL below it is showing up with different colors, so you can see that the templates or the pins don't all look the same. So the thing is, our text is still too small. So let's go back to the templates. And add a second title. And call it description. Then we will add a call to action as well, because you see, I chose the idea pin, so we have a lot of space. We'll just say brand name. But don't worry, in the brand name area, we're going to add the call to action. And since it's an idea pin, let's see if we can add a tiny video that will show up in all of the templates. So I don't know why it's not moving. Okay, now it is. and I want the brand name to overlay. Let's see if that works. So the video should be below the text. The text should be above. So I'll move it. And now this is above it. Okay. And this needs to be a different color so that it's visible. Voila. I like it. Let's save it. Let's go back to templates. Generate. Okay, it worked. We still have to fill in the information. So let's go to blog settings, say 3 games that your cat will love. And it's not showing, so let's just say games that your cat will love, and then learn how to bond with your favorite fur baby. And brand settings, set brand name, right? That was what we have here. That's where we're going to add the call to action. Click image. Then where it's saying pixabay.com, that is the URL text. So we would just add our URL. Let's pretend our website is catlovers.com. And voila. Now we have different pins. You can see this one is not the same like this one. This one here is blue below. This one has a green call to action. So yeah, Pinterest loves fresh images, and you can see that they all have teeny tiny differences. And you can also maybe pin 10 of them and then always change the outbound link to send it to, so that you're not always using the same link. So I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this creative way of creating your templates. In this part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a template in just a few clicks that has a mock-up. So maybe you want to add a mock-up that has a lead magnet. Maybe you have like a free checklist or a video or something free, something enticing for your audience, so that in exchange they give you their email address. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So let's click on templates, and you already know that you can choose from the templates that exist, or you can start completely from scratch. That's what we did in the first step of this tutorial. But you can also use a template that already exists and then just add the things that you need. So that's how you save time. Let's have a look at some of the shared options. And what are we going to take? We can use this one. Okay. So it already says title, it says short URL, and then we don't want that image. And this is not very easy to see, in the back is not easy to see, so I'm just going to change the color, so that I can see what I'm doing. And we now want to add an image that matches our niche. So that's what you would do as well. And we want this to be in the back. So for that, go to element layers and We move it until the image is in the back. It's okay. And then of course we want to choose an image. So let's go to upload, and you can either upload one of yours here, or you just pick one from the media library. I will look for one that looks online work related. So I'll just go with the laptop, and here I can change the opacity. I'll make it very light. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then I want to add a call to action, and this will not be with a depicted text. It will really be what I want people to do. Something like download our free checklist, or grab your free, free whatever copy. So let's say grab, and of course we can also play with the font. And we want something that represents the checklist. So in order to find something, we will go to the SVG files, to the, there's nothing here, I believe, that would work for us. No, nothing that looks like a worksheet or a free file or like a download symbol. But who knows, maybe it will be added in the future. So we could upload our own, but we will go to the SVG library. And either you just scroll and see if you can find something, but yeah, there are a lot of options, and I think instead of just clicking through, we will just add the keyword. So in my case, I will say worksheet, and this already looks good because I want people to download a checklist. So let's go back. Let's go to SVG, upload, and now we see this worksheet symbol. It's up there. Okay, wow. So maybe one more thing is missing so that there's a contrast here. What we can do is we can add a rectangle, drag it, make it a little bit skinnier, and we want it to be in the background, behind the text and behind the symbol, like this. And of course, we need to change the color. I mean, not of course, but I think this should have the same color as above. So let me just see if this is the same color. No, is this the same? I think that's okay. And then I will change the template name because distance, it will not be easy for me to recognize. So I will just say checklist. Now go to save template. Okay, now let's have a look how it looks like. So we will go to generate. We'll go to templates, select templates, selected. Now all of them are selected, and I don't want to use all of them. Okay, now none is selected, but I want my own. So I'm here at your checklist, and I can see this one says free checklist. That's the one, no, that's one I created before. Where's the checklist that we just created? Wow, this is how the template looks like now. You can see it has our call to action and our symbol. It will pick the title and the short URL. And in order to see if it's picking the title and the short URL correctly, Of course, we're going to add a URL just so that you can really see it. 12, let's click generate pins. We will not use any images, so just go to done. Yeah, how to create Pinterest pins for your Etsy products. I think that looks great. And then of course, for each one, you would still change the pin description and add a few things that you want to change. But in all, this is how the template can be used. Amazing. So stick with me, we're not done yet. I still want to show you other things because now you only used pin generator. You use the SVG library that they're connected with, but there are other ways how you can add a nice mockup. And the way we're going to do it is we are going to use Canva. So let's jump right into that part of the tutorial. For you that don't know Canva, it's basically an amazing graphic design tool that helps you create beautiful visuals for private use or for work. You can create a presentation, social media graphics, and it already has a lot of templates. And then with just a few clicks, you can change the colors, the fonts, and so on. But for what we're doing today, we will just click on create a design. And then we're going to create our own custom size. So let's just say that we want the width to be 1000 because I want it to have the same width as a standard Pinterest pin, and then the height very tiny, let's say 400, and click create new design. Okay, I'm not very sure about the height, but let's see if I chose the right one. As you can see, now here at design, it has some templates, but we don't need them. We're working completely from scratch. So we will click on elements, and then we will look for a smartphone mockup. What Canva does is it will show you a lot of images that you can purchase. So let's say we want this one, we can click on the 3 dots and then it will show us, okay, one design used for €1. I've never used this before. Like when I had the free version, basically what I did was I always clicked through, scrolled until I found something that was free. That's how you do it. If you want to if you want to save some money, you just need more time. That's how it works. Let's go to, I can't find it now, but I had one image at recent designs. Yeah, this one is recent. So we'll just drag it here, make it large. And I will add a photo that has to do with eBay, yeah? That gives the illusion that I'm advertising for my shop. We'll take this and then we'll add some text. Here you can just choose nice text that are already pre-made. I'll say free checklist. Okay, and now white on white or creamy on white, that's not a good contrast. So what I like to do is I like to go to elements and then I always type in brush until I find a brush that's free, like this one, and then I choose the color that I like. So let's take gray. position it to the back and copy it so that everything is like fully filled out. Okay, so now we have this. And we'll add an arrow. This is also free. Change the color, let's use black. And we can also switch it around. It's up here actually. We flip it vertically, horizontally, so we need vertically. And then we can look for a download sign, like this one. But this one comes with watermark because it costs. So let's see if we can find something that is free. Cost as well. This one seems to be free. Then what I want to do is I want to add a frame. I don't think if I upload it like this, it will look nice on a pin. So let's go to shapes. We will make it not black. Black is a little bit too strong, but gray. And then we'll just drag it to the outer part, make it longer until it fills the whole space. And then I'm trying to copy, now it worked. So like this, we can make copies. Just drag it, drag this one. This one should be also more in the outer part, and copy this as well. Okay. This is how we could do it. Let's try a few things. So let me delete this. I'm not very satisfied. And simply change the background. Yes, this looks better. And then maybe something like this. What we can also do is add the download symbol here, add this to the center, and then download. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my image. Should I have left the first option, or do you like the end result? Because, you know, I like to play around until I find something that looks good in my opinion. So now let's go to share, download, and we want it to be a PNG file. Oh, actually up here, it makes sense to give it a clear name. Oh, what happened? So here in the title area, it's important to add a name that will make it easier for you to recognize your saved file. So free checklist, share, download, PNG, voila. Click download. We now need to get our new image into the image library of Pin Generator. So we click on images and you can see it's not here yet. So what you want to do is you want to click on upload images, go to your files, pick it, go to open. Now you can see it's there, and then go to generate. Oh, actually we're here, so we can just put a URL that we want to generate pins from. Go to templates. Now I have 18 selected. I don't want all of them, so I'm going to deselect them. Now I'm at 0, and I want to select the one that we just created without the images. Wait, it's at your templates. It's this one, checklist copy, done. Oh, wow. So this is how our pins look like. They have the title, how to create Pinterest pins for your Etsy products. It has the URL, and then it has it's more or less a call to action, free checklist, and then it has the arrow. Of course, I could have said, grab your version, download your checklist, but I think this is already clear, and it sends people to this. It entices them to click on the pin. Of course, then you would go ahead, you would select the boards to pin to, you would make sure that you have a keyword heavy pin description that makes sense, and then use that for all the pins. Of course, you can also rewrite the title with artificial intelligence. Let's go down here. Actually, you can also rewrite all the descriptions with artificial intelligence. But yeah, you don't have to. What you can also do is you can go to ChatGPT and use ideas there. Actually, let us do that together. So let's say ChatGPT, log in. Okay, for those of you that have not used ChatGPT before, it's free, and you can just give a clear prompt what you want it to do. So I have this title, how to create Pinterest pins for your Etsy products. And I can say, create a short Pinterest pin description for this title. Add a call to action and use the keywords Pinterest, Etsy product, and 5 steps in free checklist. Or I could say create 5 short Pinterest pin descriptions. Okay, now ChatGPT is coming up with some ideas, and of course this is artificial intelligence, which means you should really take the time to go over everything and to make sure that you're not posting stuff that is not high quality. So this one says, boost your Etsy sales with eye-catching Pinterest pins. Learn how to create stunning visuals for your Etsy products in just 5 easy steps. Check out our free checklist now, and so on and so forth. Actually, ChatGPT loves emojis. I don't know why. So, and I don't want the emojis in my pin description. So I would say, rewrite everything you wrote above, but please give me versions without the emojis. Yeah, it's changing it a little bit. Now it's saying, enhance Etsy sales by crafting captivating Pinterest pins. Learn to create compelling visuals for your Etsy products in 5 simple steps. Access our free checklist now, so that's good. And then it has some keywords. Of course, if you feel that the keywords or the hashtags don't make sense, you would change them. But these are a few ideas, so let's go back. And then what you can do is you can manually change them. So this one is okay. So let's change this, copy and paste. And I just did 15, or no, I said 5. So I would just go back and add them all. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay to do it with ChatGPT because then you see all the ideas on one page and you can quickly skim over it and see if it makes sense or not. The thing with ChatGPT, with Pin Generator is, if you scroll down, it gives you artificial intelligence options, which means right now we have, I think we have 12 pins. And of course, for those of you that don't have time, let's say up here you have like 50 pins, 100 pins. You can then, when you have a subscription with Pin Generator, you can just rewrite all titles in one click, all descriptions in one click, and it will tell you exactly how many credits you're using. I think this is great if you are adding like 5 or 10 pins, because then you can quickly click through and make sure with your human intelligence you're checking the quality. But just be aware of I personally wouldn't use it if you have like 100 pins or 200 and then you click rewrite with artificial intelligence, because then you don't have the time and the patience to click through 100 and to double check. Yeah, so that's how I would do it. Now you've learned how to create a nice mock-up for your template. As you can see, the background image is staying the same, the colors are changing, the font is also the same, and the mock-up is the same. So I hope this is useful for you and that you're going to enjoy using Pin Generator, and if you like, you can combine it with Canva, but you don't have to.